No longer slaves. This song, I do not have the rights to the song, so I will not be singing the song in the end, but I will try to just do the words, and you can put it to the music however you need to do it. It is a little more advanced, although there are some repetitions. So I will just go through the song. I'm going to, if you're talking about some of the words that you're going to need, the word unravel. I choose to use the word free. You free me with a song. So I will use the word free. And of course, surround. Um, if you pinch all of your fingers together and just take your dominant hand, pointer finger around, it surrounds whatever it is that you're doing. Deliverance, and that is the D. It's the same as free, any of those that are bound into freedom. So, uh, deliverance, I will do it with the D, so it would be deliverance. Enemies, of course, is like the pointer fingers that hurt. You bring it out, and because it's a person ending, it comes down. So enemies are people who are opposite each other, and then with a person ending. Uh, a slave or a servant, you can do it that way. You can also do a bound person. I would choose to do like a servant. You've got a platter on your hands, and I'm going around serving people. So a servant or a slave, and I'm a child of God, um, and a child, and then of, and then God. Remember coming down from heaven, landing on your forehead in the male area. Uh, Fear, and that's just like, oh my goodness, I've got too much trying to protect the inside. Fear. And when we talk about the word gone, I'm going to use the word dissolve and then throw it away. Uh, so take it, dissolve it, and throw it away. Uh, oh, from my mother's womb, and that would just be from mother. I was born, and that's the baby being delivered, born, and take it out just a little bit here, born. uh, and chose. You have two options, and I'm picking one or the other. Choose. Veins and blood, and of course we've gone through that in the other videos. Blood being red in color, and then it flows out the back of the hand. And I think of where Jesus had the nail prints in his hand, and the blood was flowing from those hands. And then vein, the V going up, you're that you're initializing that uh, vein in the arm. Vein. Um, the arms of the Father surrounded. Deliverance. Liberated, again, same thing. Liberated. Uh, and again, you can use free. It's exactly the same sign. And from bondage, and here I am actually binding my arms together. So from bondage, we're free from bondage. And again, if you want to shorten it, you could do bondage free. Uh, and split the sea, separated. And that's where you're taking the bent hands, putting them together, and pulling them apart. Because when Moses uh, parted the Red Sea, the waters were pulled back, and so you split the sea. Uh, Now, so I could walk right through it. For that one, uh, it is just me go through to go, and then if you want to do the through, you can. It's the splitting of the two top fingers from the bottom fingers on your non-dominant hand and your other hand going through. And but for me, it is for me to go, uh, drowned, and that I always think of Charlie And we've talked about Charlie before. He stands, he sits. Well, drowned is when he falls and then he goes down, drowned. Oh, where are we? Drowned in perfect and P, two P hands, center fingers touch each other. They come together to touch. Perfect love. And a rescue is the same in the free. We've got a lot of those that are very similar, and initialize them so that you understand more of them. I will stand and saying I'm a child of God, full of faith. And here, faith is from your forehead. It is a belief that you're putting it out in front of you. Faith is full. And so whenever they sing it's full of faith, I'm a child of God, full of faith. And there's a lot of repetitions. And so I'm going to just walk you through the song the way I would do it. uh, but again, just to note that I cannot do the uh, the song itself because it is copyrighted, and so I really am not going to break the copyright for it. But AZ Lyrics is the one who is copyrighted from 2000 to 2021, it says. Um, and so if you need to get a hold of them, you can. Okay. I'm not a slave or a servant. Okay. You unravel me with a melody. You surround me with song of deliverance from my enemies until all fears, my fears are gone. I'm no longer a slave to fear not. I'm a child of God. I'm a slave to fear no longer. I'm a child of God. From my mother's womb, you chosen me. Love has called my name. I've been born again to a family. Your blood flows through my veins. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I'm a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I'm a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I'm a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I'm a child of God. I am surrounded by the arms of the Father. I'm surrounded by songs of deliverance. We've been liberated from our bondage. We're the sons and the daughters. Let us sing our freedom. You split the sea so I could walk right through it. My fears are drowned in perfect love. You rescued me, and I will stand and sing. I am a child of God. You split the sea so I could walk right through it. You drowned my fears in perfect love. You rescued me, and I will stand and sing. I am a child of God. Yes, I am a child of God. I am a child of God. Yes, I am. I am a child of God. Full of faith. Yes, I'm a child of God. I'm a child of God. I am no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I am no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. You will notice that I have done it a couple different ways, and you can decide how you would like to do it. Choose a couple of the different things, but make sure that you will be consistent during the whole thing.